This bag is stunning, but I think I made a mistake. Here's the Pochette Mia, and as beautiful as it is, I'm already debating whether it's staying in my collection or going back. Let me show you the bag up close and explain why this has become such a tough decision. I've been dreaming about this bag for what feels like an eternity. So finally I walked into Louis Vuitton and bought the Pochette Mia. And now that it's here sitting right in front of me, I can tell you it is even more beautiful in person. The canvas is flawless, the S-lock is absolutely stunning, and the shape is this perfect mix of vintage and modern. But after just a few minutes of owning it, once the adrenaline rush had worn off, I'm confronting the one feature that could make owning this gorgeous bag a complete nightmare. But before we get into the drama, let's just take a moment. Let's appreciate the dream before the reality check hits. Part of what you're paying for with Louis Vuitton is the whole experience. The heft of that orange box untying the perfect navy blue ribbon, it's a little ritual. And inside, there she is, the Pochette Mia. I wanted this bag because it felt like a little nod to the past. It has this vintage charm but still feels so incredibly current. I was looking for something smaller, a sophisticated little shoulder bag that was different from the speedies and neverfulls you see everywhere. This one just felt special. It's designed as a day to evening bag, which I love. The shape is so elegant and structured. It's not just a pouch, it has a real presence. And this one in the classic monogram canvas is trimmed with that famous, beautiful and completely untreated cowhide leather. It's just perfect. When you hold it, you can feel the quality. The way the S-lock clicks into place is so satisfying. The strap feels sturdy and the size seems just right for that minimalist chic look I was going for. This was never supposed to be a giant carry-all. This was going to be my elegant essentials only bag for brunch, for dinner, for those times you just want to feel put together without being weighed down. The dream was to have this timeless little piece that would elevate any outfit. But now that the box is open and the dust bag is off, the dream is starting to feel a little stressful. Alright, let's talk about the giant elephant in the room, the price. This bag, the Pochette Mia, retails for around $2,000 USD from Louis Vuitton directly. Let's just let that sink in. Over $2,000 for a small canvas bag. Now, I know luxury prices are high. I get that you're paying for the brand's heritage, the craftsmanship, and the whole experience, and I do love that aspect to luxury. Even by luxury standards, the price on this little bag feels excessive. When you really think about it, the value proposition gets a little shaky. However, if you compare this to other Louis Vuitton bags, this is actually a more affordable entry point to the brand if you're looking for your first purchase. I keep doing the mental math thinking about what else that money could buy, and a wave of buyers for more starts to wash over me. I start to wonder if this was a smart purchase or if I just got swept up in the fantasy. It's a lot of money to have tied up in something I might be too afraid to use, which brings me to my next and honestly much bigger problem. This is the big one. This is the feature that I knew about, I researched, but I don't think I was really ready for it. I'm talking about the vachetta leather. For anyone who might not know, vachetta is Louis Vuitton's signature untreated leather, used for trim and handles on many of their classic monogram and damier azur bags. When it's brand new, it's this gorgeous pale creamy nude colour. It's soft, smooth and looks absolutely stunning against the brown canvas. But here's the catch. It's essentially raw, unfinished leather. That means it has no protective coating. What does that mean in the real world? It means this leather is incredibly sensitive. It will absorb basically everything it touches. A drop of rain can leave a dark spot. The natural oils from your hands will cause it to darken over time, a process called developing a patina. If you're wearing dark nude jeans, the colour can transfer onto the strap. If you just put on hand lotion and grab your bag, you might stain it. Suddenly, this beautiful, luxurious bag can cause some slight anxiety. You turn into an amateur meteorologist terrified of a surprise shower. You're constantly checking your hands before you touch it. You can't just put it down on a restaurant table without inspecting the surface for any stray drops of water because it doesn't have any protective feet. Now, the patina, that slow darkening of the leather to a rich honey brown, is considered a signature part of the Louis Vuitton experience. It's meant to show that the bag has been loved and has gone on adventures with you. But there's a huge difference between a beautiful, even patina and a bag covered in splotches, water spots, and dark, greasy looking stains. An even patina is gorgeous, A blotchy, stained one can just look ruined. And the lengths people go to prevent this are wild. You'll see tons of advice online from other Louis Vuitton owners, though it's important to note this is community advice, not official Louis Vuitton protocol. People recommend treating it with special waterproof sprays before you first use. They suggest using non-alcohol unscented baby wipes for gentle cleaning. Some people even wrap the handle in a silk scarf or twilly just to avoid touching the leather at all, which can be an alternative solution. But should we have to go to these lengths to protect the leather with such a high price point? Let's move into what fits, because this part did genuinely surprise me. The Pochette Mia looks compact, but it actually fits a really solid everyday carry. Inside, I have my earbuds, my keys, my lipstick pouch, my card holder, my phone, and my sunglasses. Everything fits without the bag bulging or losing its shape, and even though the opening is a little structured, it's still easy to angle things in and reach for what I need. Once everything is inside, the bag keeps its silhouette and feels surprisingly practical for errands, lunch dates, or just day-to-day use. It's definitely more spacious than it looks. When I tried it on, the strap knot sits really nicely on my shoulder. It's comfortable, it doesn't slip, and the bag tucks under the arm in a very clean, minimal way. The strap is removable, giving you the option to add a crossbody strap for more versatility. It's one of those bags that just looks good on the body. The proportions are right, the shape is flattering, and it feels very classic. But again, the vachetta. Every time I put it on, I'm thinking about color transfer, sweat, sunscreen, rain, all the things that could mark it. And because the strap is such a big part of the design, any marks will be noticeable. If this bag had a treated leather strap, I think I'd be 100% sold. But with the vachetta, I'm hovering at about 70%. So here's the twist. While I've been debating the Pochette Mia, I've also been eyeing the Louis Vuitton Ivy wallet on chain. And the more I think about it, the more I'm wondering if that might actually be the better choice for me. The Ivy is smaller and more compact, crossbody friendly, hands-free, it is less vachetta heavy, and it's more carefree for everyday use. It still has that classic Louis Vuitton look, but it's a lot more low maintenance. And because it's a wallet on chain, it's perfect for days when I want to carry just the essentials without worrying about the weather or the strap darkening. I also love that the Ivy can be dressed up or down. It works for errands, but it also works for dinner. It's one of those pieces that quietly fits into your wardrobe without demanding attention. So here's where my internal debate starts. I love the look of this bag. It's minimal, it's easy, and it's the kind of bag that instantly elevates a simple outfit. But the vachetta strap is a commitment. It's wide, it's front and center, and it's the part that will show wear first. I'm someone who likes my bags to stay looking clean and intentional. I don't baby my bags, but I also don't want to be constantly worried about rain, sunscreen, hand cream, or even just the oils from my skin. And because the strap sits right on your shoulder, it's going to patina unevenly if you wear it often. That's the part that gives me pause. So here's where we are. The tags are staying on. This beautiful Louis Vuitton Pochette Mia is going to sit in its dust bag for a few more days while I have a very serious think about its future with me. I'm completely torn. It's stunning, but it's also a major source of potential stress. And this is where I need your help. I genuinely want to know what you would do. Are you a vachetta lover who says embrace the patina and live your life? Or are you on team return it? Because that stress is absolutely not worth the price tag. For those of you who own bags with vachetta, tell me everything. Tell me your horror stories, tell me your success stories. Did you treat it? Did you leave it alone? Do you regret it? Please leave a comment below and let me know your thoughts. Should I keep it and face the fear, or should I exchange it for something more practical and less high maintenance, like the Ivy wallet on chain or something from a different brand? Your advice could honestly be the tiebreaker for me right now. And of course, if you want to find out what I decide, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the follow-up. It's going to be a tough call. Thanks for watching me have this little crisis. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.